Hi friends, it has been a little bit of a roller coaster out here this week, last week, but I'm going to give you an update. I do have some good news to share, so just bear with me. Yesterday, I had to make a really tough decision on my flower subscriptions, and so I sent an email to all of my subscribers and offered them a refund. I know it was disheartening. This year has been by far the toughest grow season I've ever had out here. Um, we had some record highs in February. Then we had a few record lows. I mean, y'all know you're all experiencing it. You know, Mother Nature in menopause right now, and so it has just been a struggle. All of my ranunculus that I have planted, my full bed is done, and they are. I mean, they're brown. They're finished, and I got maybe a handful of blooms out of those. Same thing, straw flowers. My straw flowers didn't even get any higher than this. Um, the only cool season flower that did anything really was my status and my honeywort, and then I didn't even get full honeywort. So it has definitely been a challenge. So I did switch gears a couple of weeks ago and I started all my warm season right on time. I've gotten those in the ground, but they're still going to be, you know, 50, 60 days out to bloom. So that puts me really behind schedule on where I need to be for flowers because, you know, I've said this before. Um, Harvesting in July and August in the Louisiana heat sucks, and I don't want to do that. And my plan this year was to have the majority. I was doubling up on my subscriptions so that I would have the majority of my flowers for spring, and it didn't work out. So it has been, you know, you just got to go with it. I can't prepare for it. I can only do so much. I don't have any control over it. So it was a little difficult sending that email. So we'll see. I haven't looked at my emails today to see how many cancellations I have. I did offer if people stayed with me, you know, they would just be on an altered delivery schedule. And instead of getting flowers every 2 weeks like I normally do, there may be 3 weeks or even a 4 weeks between bouquets. So we'll see. That's all I can do right now. Because the other thing is I refuse to put out a crappy product, and so I want good, healthy blooms. I want full bouquets. That quality is a thing for me. So that's that. Um, oh, now the dahlias, on the other hand, that I am doing in my grow bag. So this is an experimental thing that I'm working on. And then I have some mums. Yeah, they're doing amazing. I put them in the tubers in 4 weeks ago, and look at all of this. Every bag, with the exception of two, I don't see proof of life in two of them yet, but all of the others, they have put on so much growth. So we'll see. I still got to get them through the summer, and I still got to get them to bloom. So almost afraid to jinx it right now. Anyway, all right, so we have not made a whole lot of movement on the beds right now just because, truthfully, I don't know if I'm going to need any more beds because I'm going to pull up all my cool season stuff and replant in those beds the rest of my warm season. So I'm not as like, oh, we got to get these done. I did get, Mr. Daydream got me a perennial bed done. So today I'm going to put in the mountain mint and eucalyptus in there and get those taken care of. Oh, my sunflowers look great. I actually harvested some sunflowers. I mean, not enough, not near enough. I mean, like a dozen. So they're in the cooler right now, AKA the refrigerator in the kitchen. So I do have those, but you know, this is the lessons, right? It is just rolling with it and realizing there are things that are way out of your control. So I'm okay. I'm just a little disappointed, but truthfully, I'm okay. So where was I? this is I had kind of teased this about going on a business trip for you all know I work full time. I have a corporate American job that I have to go to off form, and so I work a hybrid, some on site, some at home. So I actually got to I had to go out of the country to work at another plant to look over some things, and I extended my stay for 2 days, actually kind of technically 3 days, so that we could see the sights with a colleague of mine. And so hold on, I'm going to show you where I was. Y'all are going to freak out. It was like a flower farmer's dream. Hold on. Okay, I am in Holland at the peak of tulip season. You have no idea how overwhelmed I am right now. It is. I am at Kuchenhof Gardens. Um, this is it's just amazing. Um, right now, I'm sitting in one of the greenhouses. It is absolutely stunning. So I'm going to show y'all around. I mean, these stems, no joke, they've got to be 24 inches. Nah, I can't even. I can't. Can you believe it? I was in the Netherlands at the right time in Holland. I was like, I mean, there. So we went to Kuchenhof Gardens. It is world known. They plant 7 million tulip bulbs a year. They're only all open for 2 months out of the year, and the flowers are in at the time the flowers are in bloom. So we got to spend the day looking at all the tulips, the different varieties. So they get their bulbs from like 100 different growers, and each area in the gardens had where those bulbs came from. And so let me tell you, it's taken everything in my power not to go up my tulip order. I am but I'm not. But it did also drive home. I did see the pink impressions that I was really impressed with this year. Y'all, they in their gardens, those things were 2 foot tall, and the blooms were as big as my hand. It was just breathtaking. So that was like a bucket list thing. I never thought I'd have the opportunity to do it. And it just so happened to work out, right? Like everything was aligned. So it was a great trip. Well, kinda. Um, See, I had food poisoning for 2 days. Um, and then, so I know y'all hear me when I have been recording my little dog Gracie barking. And I've talked about her several times on here. And while I was gone, she passed away, and it was really hard not to be here on the farm. And we had her for 17 years, so whew, trying to get choked up again. But Mr. Daydream called me, and I was actually on the phone with him. She wanted to be outside. That's y'all. You know, she loves to lay in the sun, so he sat outside in the sun with her on the back porch for a while, so that she wasn't alone. And he called me, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning in Amsterdam, and I got to be on the phone with him. And so it was so sweet, because every day at 6 o'clock she starts barking, because that's dinner time, and that's how she reminds me of the time. And so y'all, she took one little bark, and then it was 6 o'clock, she took one little bark, and then that was it. So it's been a little bit difficult, you know, the circle of life and all that, I know. But coming home, when Mr. Daydream picked me up at the airport, all the way home, I just kept having this heavy feeling. And it's the first time in 17 years that I have been away on travel, and I've come home and she's not been there to greet me. So it's been a little rough. Yeah, I mean, they are, I mean, she's been part of our family. So we still have Murphy, who doesn't bark near as much, but it's funny because now when I drive up, he almost does like a little whimper when he sees me. So it's just taken some adjusting, but you know, she lived a great life. Let me tell you, that dog lived a great life. So so just kind of adjusting to it. So it's just been a roller coaster of emotions over the last 2 weeks. But I'm glad y'all are hanging in there with me. I wasn't going to film this week just because I wasn't feeling like my normal self. And then I walked out here and I grabbed my phone, and I was like, no, I mean, this is part of who I am. This is me. And I'm just being my authentic self. So thank you for hanging in there with me. I do have some other news to share, but first I've got to do one more thing before everything is finalized, and it is going to be something fun. It is what I talked about before, about an addition on the farm, but not an animal, nothing that's alive. So anyway, I will be back next week with that update. But y'all, until then, you know what? If you have a fur baby, go grab it, hug it, love on it. Yeah, it's quiet out here. So till we meet again, my friends, y'all have a wonderful day.